What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji. Shout out to the Dice Crew. Now look, we got No Jumper News, we got Adam 22, we got Poetic Flacco, and we got two other individuals that I'm not familiar with. And you know, I really don't even care to know. But I was tuning in, and one of the individuals started going down the path of speaking on how snitching is so okay and glorified and all that. And you know, that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I felt like he's definitely sending the wrong messages to the youth that's growing up in certain areas and environments, and you never know what can take place, right? And I just feel like he's also promoting being a dishonorable man. So I stopped it right there and I tuned back in so I can do it with y'all. So I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all during my take. Y'all keep it a Benji for me in the comments. If not, don't jump in. Let's rock.
All right, let's do the introductions for the Pop Austin Media invasion. For those who haven't caught the wave, this is an invasion.
Yes, Sirski.
Of another podcast that I've slowly become a fan of.
On everything, you feel what I'm saying?
So Chris right here with the orange hat is the first one that I became familiar with because he's had a few viral takes over the past couple of months, past year, whatever. The first one that I think really stood out to a lot of people was his analysis of the 4L, 4PF rivalry.
Yes, sir.
Breaking it down in intense detail, the kind of which detail you really don't get from the average podcaster because everybody is scared of being labeled a snitch or anything like that, and nobody wants to acknowledge that they have any kind of inside information or that they're paying super close attention. But you really hit them over the head with that one.
Snitching the biggest thing. You snitch, you an icon these days. You
Nah, that's a fact.
Gunna the biggest he ever been. We messing with Gunna now. You feel what I'm saying? He passed Lil Baby. Everybody saying he fell off. Let me tell you something. Snitching is the righteous thing to do. That's why Gunna winning.
You really
First off, doing the righteous thing would be sticking to what you act like you stick to. You know, what you are Monday, that's what you're going to be Sunday. What you act like you represent, you're going to represent that through and through. You're not going to switch your beliefs up based upon what will help you in a certain situation. And Gunna did that because he's only into what's good for Gunna. You know, like whatever it was, maybe it was crimes committing, maybe it's crimes that have been committed, or maybe everything was just in the streets and what goes on. But Gunna loved to be popping, gang talk, loved to be about the streets, loved to build his whole career and get every dollar he made off of acting like he was an honorable street guy. So that was nothing righteous about what Gunna actually did when it came to snitching. And this guy also sounds like a coat teller, or maybe just, how can I say it, you know, like just you're searching for something. You said being a rat makes you an icon. So you willing to be a rat just so you could be an icon? Because the moment you try to be a rat just so you could be an icon, and the icon part don't really fall in, guess what that make you? You're going to be that rat individual that people do not want to interact with and deal with. See, Gunna already was a celebrity. You know, he was already succeeding. People don't even know the inner works and what goes on in the background with all this music stuff and with these labels and these artists. So nobody could really know what buttons are really getting pressed on why Gunna is big as he is, however it go. But don't take it away from Gunna was hot for a moment, and he's still being hot for a moment because there's so much stuff pertaining to him. Like, you know, a lot of people are anti him, so that do give a lot more spotlight to Gunna. Gunna also's tied in with Big U, so when he do the stuff with Big U, that keep him popping out in Cali, in California, on the West Coast, Los Angeles, that keep him popping. Then, you know, people also was trying to see if Gunna was gonna be, just hear how he feel about everything and see, just, you know, everybody get that moment. And we gonna see what happens tomorrow, because we don't know if Gunna's gonna have a real great career next year. And for you to say that he's hotter than Lil Baby, that just sounds like you hating on Lil Baby. Why you mad at Lil Baby? Because he ain't broke no rules? You mad because what? Even if he ain't as hot as Gunna, he ain't did nothing wrong. He ain't did no dishonorable actions. He ain't broke no codes. He ain't said he stand for this today and then tomorrow he don't stand for what he said he stand for. He done switched up his program. Nah, he didn't do that. So no matter what it is, you more about D-Riding Gunna before you giving credit to Lil Baby for making it from where he come from and sticking to the same code that he always said he stand for. How can you possibly respect Gunna for being a hypocrite?
By that in your life though, or if I would assume if someone snitched on you in terms of some illegal activity, you would hold it against them, right?
I don't.
And that was a good point for Adam. I'm glad he brought that up. Let's hear his response.
Do illegal activity.
Really? Live by that in your life though, or if I would assume if someone snitched on you in terms of some illegal activity, you would hold it against them, right?
I don't do illegal activity.
Really?
Yeah.
When'd you hang that up?
Never did. I never ever did illegal activity. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, we don't gotta stick to that code.
But I feel like with snitching, it's like there are so many basic ass things that are illegal that everybody does. That like even just people having guns on them. Obviously, in Texas, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna tell you where Gunna messed up. Only reason why it's messed up what he did is because it was all fine and dandy when you was making money off those crimes. And then it was wrong when it hit the fan. See, I'm not telling on my main homie. You feel what I'm saying? But if I'm not because I'm...
First off, ratting, snitching, however you slice it and dice it, it's always wrong. Unless you're a normal person, sweet little old lady, walking through the park and they snatch your purse, then that lady's entitled to however they want to go about it. You trying to break in some elderly people houses and stuff like that, then you got what's coming to you. But just totally going out your way to try to report on something or snitch on something that has nothing to do with you, or participate in something and then once stuff hit the fan, you all of a sudden want to change your beliefs. Yeah, that's nothing good about that. Like, you can't respect that, and it's nothing okay about that.
Living by a code, if my homie buy me a house off weed money and I get a bad bitch off the... Wait, can we curse on here?
yeah.
Okay, and you get a bad female off the weed money that your man got you a new house, new car, you feel what I'm saying? All of this, and then it was all cool then, and then you decided to be like, when they came, oh, now it's bad. Now it's illegal. Now it's but it wasn't cool when he was giving you money, getting you a house, getting you a car, and all of that. Come on, that's where he messed up.
That's what Snitches News did.
I know. Wait. What up, now, brother?
That's
Listen,
pretty
bro.
good.
Listen, man. That's a big homie, man. Listen.
I gotta be real though.
Listen. He's the greatest blogger ever, bro. Bro, think about it, my nigga.
Bro, he benefited off that, then turned right around and then just sold it cause that's the same thing he talking about.
He got a brand deal. He got a brand deal from the state.
Listen, bro. You mean to tell me that this dude was offered $25,000 to rat on some dusty niggas and who was headed to jail anyway?
You can make more money off the content that if you will.
Yeah, come on now, bro.
It's just crazy.
Nah, if they was headed to jail anyway, they would have never called a blogger in. If they was headed to jail.
Now, I will give him credit for that. At least he calling Flacco out on his clown-ass statements. Like, if they were going to jail anyway, then why did they need him? Flacco just talks so much before he thinks.
Anyways, come on.
I know they needed that confirmation. That if you will.
Yeah, come on now, bro.
It's just crazy.
Nah, if they was headed to jail anyway, they would have never called a blogger in. If they was headed to jail anyways. Come on.
I know they needed that confirmation.
No, so actually, right? Look. So actually, like, and he got called in because he was a part of the gang and got like booked like for like some gun charges, whatever or not, right? So once he got booked for that, right, like before blogging, he still took it, right? Two is this though, bro. Listen, like right now, and who's the most impactful blogger in Chicago right now?
DJU TV.
And I for sure was gonna say the same thing. Shout out to DJU TV.
Yeah, he would know. He's more
If he
than
counts as an interviewer.
Yeah, I would
Does
say,
it
bro,
count as a
listen,
blogger?
me personally, it's Trench's News. For the
16
last,
shot him.
But what
Fuck.
is Trench's News really like bringing to
16
the
shot.
table outside of, like, obviously this whole snitching arc is
16 shot him do good work too.
huge. But in the lead up to that, I mean, he's interesting.
No,
he's
listen,
got some good stories and shit, but what is he really doing?
sure, look, look, for the last 2 years, right? Every Chicago story that you see, like these, like mini blogs, like taking copy or talk about, it all came from him. Like, he was the one that was feeding, I think it was like Chicago scene dude, right? Like,
Okay.
right, feeding him in all the stories now. Then he got smart and said, we're
One thing that I don't respect about Flacco and people like Flacco is that they really don't have they don't have the comprehension to understand that the streets is who make them. Like, whether you anti the streets, disagree with the streets, hate the gangs, hate the gang culture, hate everything, but you survive off the streets. You know, like if it wasn't no crimes, if it wasn't no gangs, if it wasn't no streets, then people like Flacco wouldn't have anything to report about, vlog about, expose, trying to go out there and find this, that, and the third. They just wouldn't be able to do it. So I don't really get it. Like, you need to be more humble because things can change tomorrow, and then what? Then what? Like, let's just say if don't nothing meet the spotlight from the streets, then what? You're not gonna have nothing to report on. Your views gonna go down. All your topics is gonna be out the window. You're gonna have to find another platform or another program to run based upon building your platform.
bro, like, why am I feeding you stories for like,
I can feed it to the cops.
no, like, or start my own channel.
Right.
You're right. So, like, yeah, bro, like, he's the most impactful blogger in the last, like, 2 years, bro. Like, this dude is.
All right, so I have a question that I want to dig into a little bit because I just got hit up by a little birdie on my shoulder who wants to ask Chris, why did you blame 1090 Jake when y'all got lined up by HoneyKomb Brazy?
All right, I'm gonna tell you how 1090 Jake told on himself.
Ooh.
All right, so shout out to TTE Naughty. You know, they
Shout out
not ready.
TTE Naughty.
they
Coming
not
straight
ready
to this
for
channel. We gonna
TTE
fuck with him
Naughty.
soon.
On God.
Yeah, shout out TTE Naughty. TTE Naughty, he tapped in with everybody. He has certain conversations with certain people that if it come out of somebody else's mouth, we know you talk to them. So he commented under one of our videos. He say, dang, y'all tried to sell me out for an interview and got played. Hold on.
For interview.
So we know 1090 Jake, you a rat, your name and paperwork. The same thing you did to Boston Richie, it's the same thing you did. You feel?
And see, this is what I don't be liking with these individuals. Like, you guys want to use the term rat like it's a form of insulting somebody. But then on the other hand, you guys want to act like it's all good and y'all respect it when it comes to your personal gains or the type of points or the type of stuff you pointing out, whatever the case may be, right? It suits you. But then when somebody does something, or when you have an altercation or a disagreement with somebody, you guys get to using that word rat like you trying to offend somebody or disrespect somebody. And if you saying that you team ratting and you team snitching, then nobody cares about you calling somebody a rat. Like, no one cares about it. Like, who are you? You would do it. So who cares about you talking about somebody a rat? You trying to say 1090 Jake is a rat and you trying to use that in the form of being disrespectful and trying to insult him. But you still respect rats. So don't try to win the room. That be the problem with these guys. They be trying to win the room from all angles. They want to be good in that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner. It's not going to work that way. If you team snitching and you love the snitching and you want to be as an icon like Gunna, keep that same energy.
I'm saying, so you a rat, your name and paperwork. We gonna get you out of here. Your time is coming, my guy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a few people we getting out of here. 1090. I'm not even gonna say
it, man. Who 1090?
Nah.
And the cold part is you so much of a fan of Gunna, but you have you don't have but you have all this problem for 1090 Jake. That's why people don't respect people like you, man. And people like you is one of the problems on this internet and in life itself.
Can't say nothing. It's you know what I'm saying?
Charleston White?
People got this your business. I don't want them connecting me with your business. You feel what I'm saying?
Fuck that!
I mean, you have opinions on here. It is what it is.
Okay.
Man, bro,
Hey,
let's go.
Okay, hey, this none of these views is the views of
No
Adam
Jump,
22
yeah.
and No Jump.
They are the
You
views
feel
of
what I'm
Adam.
saying?
This is
They already
Texas.
know that we brought you in as a wild card. This man
Okay.
does not speak for the business. He's got his own opinions.
Okay, bet. It's certain people we gotta get out of here.
Let's go.
Vlad TV, you gotta go.
Damn.
1090 Jake, you gotta go.
Get 'em
CHRISEANROCK,
Vlad,
Blueface,
my
and
nigga, man. We
JAIDYN,
can't do that,
they
man.
gotta go. It's a
What?
few others.
Wow, like this guy's a clown. Like for him to sit here and give all that praise to Gunna, and he praises him, but he turned around and belittled Lil Baby. Said he ain't hot no more. Turned around and said we gotta get rid of Vlad and we gotta get rid of 1090 Jag, and he said Blueface and CHRISEANROCK and JAIDYN. That just sounds like you a big hater. Why don't you find something to do with your time instead of being in everybody else's business? You just hating. I can see the jealousy. I can hear it. Everything you saying. Now, do I understand some of the points probably without him explaining why he disliked some of them? Yeah, I'm smart enough to kind of get that. But to be acting like these people are just, like, come on, man, you exposing your hand.
If I miss your name, I apologize. You feel what I'm saying?
China
I feel
Mac.
like- but
China
man-
Mac's getting out of there too.
But
Watch out,
He's
man.
been out of here.
oh yeah, China Mac.
That's another one.
China Mac. We got a problem with China Mac too.
Well, hold
'cause
on.
he's a
Let's
clown.
get to
He's a
what
clown,
he
but
was
my
asking,
bad.
though, yeah.
1090 J. So he commented on that video. Y'all tried to sell us out, but we thinking at the same time it's like, yo, sell you out how? We only had that talk with one person. Okay, so you knew we was going down there. So you knew we was going down there. How you know we got played? How you know it wasn't a misunderstanding?
He dropped a comment on there like real early, and he was like, "Y'all tried to sell me out for an interview, and then y'all got played." Crying emoji. Like, oh, you put that up quick as soon as we posted it.
But what does
Why?
selling him out even mean in
All
this
right,
context?
trying to
because we
work,
was telling HoneyKomb Brazy crew, like, don't do the interview with 1090 Jake. He a rat. Don't do it with him. So
Wow, that is crazy to me. So you telling somebody don't do an interview with somebody because they a rat, but you started your whole campaign off by glorifying rats and acting like Gunna's an icon and this, that, and the third. See how hypocritical this whole situation then became?
Oh, okay, so then they was like, well, Naughty, we can't do it without paperwork. Can't do it without paperwork. Then HoneyKomb Brazy posted on his story, I want TTE Naughty to run our interview.
Yup.
That's who I'm running mine with before he get his paid interviews. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then the whole situation happened, and 1090 Jake was the first one to comment. How you told on yourself.
He commented like 5 minutes when we dropped the clip.
Exactly.
Like,
So
how
he
you
was-
comment so quick?
Exactly. So he was waiting for the video. So that's what made us think like, hold on.
So how you know about this?
How you know it was a play? How you know it wasn't a misunderstanding?
Well, okay, so for the people who don't necessarily know, you guys went out to do an interview with HoneyKomb Brazy.
We drove 11 hours.
Right. And then in the video, it kind of feels like you guys are, like, when you're explaining or whatever, it kind of feels like you're going to say that somebody was about to get robbed or whatever, but instead it seems like it was just like an awkward, weird vibe. They're asking you for cigarettes and shit, but nobody actually got anything taken, but the interview also didn't happen, right?
So
Exactly. So
So basically, my bad. Let me just break that little, like the lead up to it, then he can break down like what happened. I'm Jet, by the way, co-owner of Pop Awesome Media. Shout out D, he the other co-owner. But
hold on, let me say something too. D is a black man.
yeah,
Let's just get that out the way.
they be like a white man owns this.
They love to, D is a black man, so chill out with that.
And
Y'all
just
love
black
him.
too? Or just
I'm just yeah.
He got black
Yeah.
brothers and sisters though.
okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm the only full white one, but they mix. But anyway, so we so he said that HoneyKomb put the post up, blah blah blah. Then there's a dude, RN4L Smoke.
Smoke.
He was like, "Yo, come down on like Friday." We were like, "Yo, that's a quick turnaround." It was Wednesday. I was like, "What's pushing it is Saturday, but we can go down there." He was like, "HoneyKomb want to do the interview."
Okay.
Bet.
Friday. Yeah.
So we were like, "Okay, everybody get in." We deep. We roll down there. We pull up, we wait. We get there a little late anyway. We waiting. We supposed to do the interview downstairs. It was like a nice little setup. Yeah. We had everything set up. They were like, no, we need to go upstairs. Yeah. Nadi was waiting outside. I guess Nadi was like, the vibe's off. Something feel weird. So his antennas was off. Of course. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's whatever.
And we got to remind y'all, Nadi is a gangster, bro. Nadi is a real street cat.
Yeah.
He ain't
a podcaster.
You feel what I'm saying?
We're gonna make a shirt like that.
If his street antennas go off, you need to listen to him. He did like 11 years in the penitentiary. You feel what I'm saying? If he feel like, then we dealing with Honey. And another thing y'all gotta take into context, HoneyKomb Brazy just went live a few days before that.
And took a camera.
Robbed a different cameraman.
Yes, he had a Bible in that mug.
Yes, we can. This is not telling. He went live and said, I took his camera. He did that himself. Now he back in prison. You feel what I'm saying? So boom. That's why our antennas is already going off. Okay. But we
got a right to have his antennas off.
You feel what I'm saying? So when we get there, first of all, they invited us up to the room where it's no room to do an interview at. So it's weird. Then at that, they not embracing us how they embraced us online. Or at least Nadi. They not embracing him how they embraced him online.
And you were painting the picture in the other video I heard talking about it, where you're saying that like they're coming up to you right away and just asking for cigarettes and shit. And it was just a weird vibe because it's like, you know, this is supposed to be a rich, famous rapper. Like, Why is his homies, why is his crew doing some relatively bum-ish shit? Like, I feel like a bum even asking Sharp for a cigarette, and we are friends. So it's like, if you're just doing that to random people, it does create like a strange vibe.
And they was waiting outside already. Like, there was some dudes at the top, my bad. They was waiting when we pulled up. They was sitting there, just like 3 cats, just like.
And then not only that, they was asking us for it the day before. Like, y'all got cigarettes? So in 11 hours, y'all ain't get them cigarettes already? It's like, y'all ain't get them cigarettes already?
Wait, hold up. They was asking y'all, while y'all was on your way, if y'all got cigarettes.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, a cigarette is worth like 50 cents. Yeah. Not even $1, because a pack of cigarettes, 20 cigarettes is like $10, right? So it's like 50 cents, $8.
Nadi ripped up the cigarette all live. That was funny. He said, fuck these cigarettes.
So
what kind of grimy, dusty niggas like what y'all dealing with, bro? Like,
yeah,
I mean, but that's HoneyKomb Brazy. That's who he rolls around with, apparently.
Yeah, what was your old term?
Negro mites.
No, it was another one. What was it? Negro mite? What? It was another one.
Dactycals.
That's wild, bro.
Which one?
I can't remember what it was, but anyways, what just rubbed us the wrong way.
And see, what I'm gathering from this situation is that you guys was trying to go link up with some street individuals or so-called street individuals for content and get some footage, get an interview, get whatever you do for your revenue and your clicks and views and stuff like that. And you upset now because it didn't work out the way you wanted it to work out. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a fan of whatever those guys did, if they actually did it. I'm not saying I'm in a favor of what they done or none of that. But I'm just saying this is what happens in the streets. You guys that want to praise the rats and disrespect the honorable guys, you know, you just got on here and disrespect Blueface, disrespect Lil Baby. It's like when you do that type of stuff, you got to be knowing what kind of energy you putting out there in the world. You got to ask yourself, what are you asking for? Because quit straddling the fence. Like I said, you want to be good in every corner of the room, and it just don't work that way. If you going to be so team this, that, and the third, stay team that. Don't be doubling back. People might not like you. People might not respect you. See, people respect people that don't speak against the people that they give content to. Like, people respected people like Zach TV. You know, people respect people like Sean Cotton, you know, and so on and so on. Like, people don't really want to disrespect people that give them respect the same way. You guys want to get out here and get content off the streets, build your platforms off the streets, but then you guys want to sit around and disrespect the streets and you guys try to disrespect the honorable part of the streets and then praise the dishonorable part of the streets.
It was the last part when he was like, nah, y'all can lead that. You can lead that. And we was looking at him like,
and granted, it was a light for our, you know what I'm saying? It was a light, but still, y'all can lead that, like.
What
Like he was telling us, "No, leave that. That's mine. Leave that." But we took it and left. But why would we leave it? Why would you even play with your guests like that? Leave it so then y'all can lock the door and we can't get it back.
HoneyKomb told y'all to leave?
No, the rapper told us leave the camera, leave the equipment. But the thing is, you just stole somebody's equipment. So why would we leave our equipment around you? You feel what I'm saying?
And see, that's a flag on y'all play. Because if somebody just did some stealing, you know, it's nothing really honorable about stealing. And you run around here trying to get up with a person because they just did some telling. What does that make you? Why are you so pressed or in a rush to go get with a person who just stole from somebody? I'm sure you don't agree with him stealing from whoever he stole from, but you wanted to overlook that and still try to get your content. So I don't understand. Start standing for something. Start putting your mind to work. Start thinking.
So either way it go, it could have...
HoneyKomb Brazy is a rapper.
Yeah.
And he's the one that told y'all to leave that shit there.
You really don't know about HoneyKomb Brazy?
No. Because I asked him, right, and he said the rapper. So I thought that he was trying to, like, leave out his name.
Nah. We don't leave out no names.
That's why we get hot water a lot. They be like, "Oh, y'all too messy." Like, man, shut up. If y'all did this, y'all be doing the same shit. If y'all,
Chris Jackson got him locked up.
We basically talking all of that up to a misunderstanding. We not saying they really tried something with us.
It just
not
felt
no
off.
more. It just felt off because when we got there, we trying to get straight to the business, and they kinda moving slow. People, it's too many people around. They got people behind us blocking the door.
I want to ask Adam a question though, just from like, cause you're like the same, cause in a sense we kind of got the same thing, like perspective. If you were to go up to HoneyKomb Brazy and like, "Hey, I'm Adam," and then he just kind of slowly and just barely shakes your hand. Then when D reached out, he didn't barely even want to shake his hand, like he was out of handshakes. And then he's like, "Man, I'm feeling off."
That was funny. Like he was out of handshakes. That was funny.
Man, what would you feel?
He said, why y'all got the cameras?
I would be having a panic attack inside of my head. Like, God damn it, why did I drive 11 hours for these weird-ass rappers who are always going to be in a different mood every 5 minutes and shit? I've definitely been in that kind of position for sure. But not like, that's a big part of why I don't like to fucking go to rappers to do content because A, your costs are going to be way higher. I'm sure you guys spend a shitload of money to fucking get all these people out there and everything. Food, gas, hotels, security, whatever. And then meanwhile, like, even though people suck at coming here sometimes and we'll have to reschedule the interview 3 times to make it happen, at the same time, if they are coming here, they realize they're coming to your environment and most of the time they're going to act somewhat professional. But like listening to you guys, because like right before that I had, well, actually afterwards, Rainwater was telling me, "Oh, you should fucking fly out and get a HoneyKomb Brazy interview." And I immediately was like, I just watched you guys have this terrible experience that's like my fucking worst nightmare when it comes to, and it would have been way more of a journey for me too. So I don't know.
He canceled on us too though, right? So remember, I got a dude and who knew him.
All right, like I feel like I done covered enough of that topic that caught my attention and I really wasn't really in agreement with. But however, the whole podcast, all the topics, everything was just all over the place. So it is what it is. I feel like I pretty much got a couple of things that I want to speak on. I got it out there in the air. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Keep it a Benji for me. If not, don't jump in. And yeah, man, shout out to the Dice crew. We out.